Hi, this is James, the World Wrestling Kid, and I'm here with WWE recruit Shady Elnahas. Thanks for talking to me today, Shady.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
So I saw you were born in Egypt and moved to Canada. How old were you when you moved to Canada?
I lived in Egypt for 13 years, then I moved to Canada, then I moved here. So a lot of moving around.
How old were you when you started martial arts and judo? What got you started in it?
I started at 4 years old. I did judo at 4 because my big brother Mohab started it, and you always want to be like your big brother. So I followed into his footsteps. Realized I was good after a long time, and then that's what happened.
What was it like being in the Olympics? Was that a dream come true?
100%. As a kid, I've always wanted to be a WWE wrestler, but coming from Egypt, that was hard to get there. So judo was the closest thing to it. And then, of course, once you get into judo, the Olympics is a big dream. And I got lucky enough to do 2 Olympics, so yeah.
What did your journey to the WWE begin, and how did you get to where you are today?
So basically, as a kid, I don't think I've missed a WWE show since I was 8 years old. So I've been a big WWE nerd. But that's always been the dream. I got tattoos because of Jeff Hardy and Edge when he had the shoulder sun tattoo. So I always aspired to be a WWE wrestler. And then at the last Olympics in Paris, I did an interview with Ariel Helwani, and he asked me, would you pick MMA or WWE? I answered WWE, and then they contacted me for a tryout, and here we are.
What was the hardest wrestling move you've had to learn so far?
Ooh. So, honestly, I think it's the little moves that matter most. So, just the basics, the lockups, the headlocks, the shoulder tackles, those are actually complicated because you have to make them right and make them look good. And that's where I struggled the most, but slowly, the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it.
Who has been your biggest supporter in the locker room so far?
Ooh. Honestly, I think the locker room vibe is amazing. Everybody has been really helpful, so I can't really pinpoint one person, but everybody is actually helping me, and hopefully we see improvements bit by bit. So everybody, honestly.
I know you just had your first match. Who was that with, and how did it go?
So it was actually last Tuesday. I had a match with Brooks Jensen. Boo. It was really good. I thought it was a whole different scene from judo, from everything I've ever done before. You feel the rush as soon as you walk through that ramp, and you just have to lock in and do your best.
How have you dealt with people who are haters in your life? Because we all seem to have them.
Honestly, for me, I am comfortable in my own skin, so I really don't pay attention to haters, and I think that's a message to everybody. If you're comfortable with who you are, you can do whatever you want. And if you have haters, that means you're in the right path. Because if you don't have any haters, that means you're stable in a certain place. So if you have haters, it's a good sign.
If you could team up with any superhero for a tag team match, who would you pick?
Ooh, that's a good one. Who would you pick?
Superman.
That's probably the best answer you can get. I'd say Batman. I just like his style and how he deals with stuff. And he's very smart and rich.
Which do you think hurts worse, a chop to the chest or stepping on a Lego?
Ooh, it depends who gives you the chop, but I think I'd go with a chop.
What advice would you give to kids like me who dream of becoming professional wrestlers one day?
I was in your position before, and I've always wanted to be a pro wrestler. So I think it's a motto I live by. It's dare to be great, and no is just a mindset. So never take no for an answer unless your dad tells you to. And just dare to be great. Always work towards achieving greatness, and the harder you work, the quicker you'll get there.
What brings you the most happiness in life?
Ooh, that's a good question. For me, what brings me the most happiness would be God, family, and professional wrestling.
Thanks for joining me today, Shady. We'll see you in the ring. And don't forget, everyone, be happy, be happy, be happy.
Thank you, buddy.
You're happy.